Just when you thought all the election results were finally final, one Cathedral City mayoral candidate is saying not so fast.
The Registrar of Voters' final count has current Mayor Kathy DeRosa winning by less than 1%, but her challenger Chip Yarborough isn't conceding the race. KMIR-6's Jessica Flores joins us in studio to explain what happens now. Jessica.
According to the final tally, Chip Yarborough lost by just a handful of votes. He says that's just too close to call the race over. He spent the afternoon in Riverside asking the Registrar of Voters for a recount. It's been a bitterly close race for the Cathedral City Mayor, with early returns pointing to an upset. But 3 weeks later, and the incumbent Kathy DeRosa has edged out challenger Chip Yarborough by just 13 votes.
We just think it's so close that we owe this to our supporters and quite frankly, the residents of Cathedral City to experience this and make sure that every vote is counted.
Yarborough is asking the Riverside County Registrar to recount the more than 12,000 ballots.
Quite frankly, I was a little confused, but it's his prerogative, and it's part of the democratic process.
Final results show DeRosa with 46.57% of the vote. Her challenger right behind with 46.46% of the vote.
Anybody deserves a recount when it's that close.
It seemed like a long process, and then to do it again.
In order to have the recount, Chip Yarborough has to pay for it. It's a process that could cost him up to $10,000.
I've been overwhelmed by the amount of donations that have come in the last 24 hours.
But the results are not the only point of contention between the candidates. Yarborough says DeRosa didn't file all her campaign spending.
He has filed a fair political practices suit against me. I submitted the bills to the FPPC showing when those invoices came in.
They have done an initial investigation and found that there is there were some errors on her forms, and I'm calling them errors right now.
DeRosa says she's ready to put the election behind her.
It's time to get Cathedral City back, in a good place, and it's just time to look at the future.
A future for the city down to every last vote. The Registrar of Voters has 7 days from the time of the request to initiate the recount. Yarborough tells me he will be filing the paperwork for the recount with the city attorney tomorrow. Back to you.